Hello?
Don't kick me off. Don't kick me off.
What's your name?
That bone. Don't kick me off.
Oh.
But who did I marry? Who did I marry? The guy that I met in 22 days, Kendra. He's ruined my life, Kendra. He's ruined my life. He's telling people I robbed him. He's been calling my family all day, telling them I'm suicidal and I'm trying to kill myself. I think he's going to try to do something to me. I'm so scared. And it's like, if I just want people to see this. If something happened to me, he did it. That's it. That's
Hey,
it. You
baby, I want you to call the police.
I did. I called him 10 times. I called him 10 times. He would come in my window. He would have my kids afraid, hiding in their room and stuff. You blocked me from my main page. I know I'm a comedian, so I know it was probably too much with the people saying stuff about me meeting him and stuff. But it's to the point where I'm very afraid, and I just wanted people to know that, yes, if something happened to me, that is the guy that did it. And he's been texting my family. He hijacked my phone. I only have Wi-Fi. I can't call nobody. I only can call the police. He hijacked my phone. He took my account to the point where, like, my account, we was on a shared phone account, and he went and got a new phone with my number attached to it. So he's calling people and texting people out of my account and telling them that I'm suicidal and something wrong with me. And I'm thinking usually when people do that, they're going to do something to you. So when did all
this happen, honey?
This started happening once I reached 5 months of pregnancy. Right? We got
pregnant right now.
Yes, we got married.
Let me see.
We got married.
Oh my goodness.
We got married, and I'm high risk. I'm pregnancy high risk. So usually, like, I would lose the pregnancy by 15 to 20 weeks. And when I got past that 20 weeks, he just started spiraling and showing himself I guess on some, well, she's stuck. She can't leave now. You know what I mean? Because people can get divorced. But if I'm pregnant, I'm not going to, leave and stuff like that. But he's doing crazy stuff. I have videos I can show you. I have police reports. He done told the police, lied and said, just go around lying. You just go around lying.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not a therapist, y'all, and this is a serious moment.
So she called the Kendra G show for what? What is Kendra G finna do to help you? If you call the police 10 times, call them again.
I mean,
go up to the police station. Matter of fact, sit there until they do something. You know what? I ain't going home.
Don't leave. I'm not leaving.
Right. I'm not leaving. He is dangerous. I'm not going home if it's really true.
True.
Just because she up here crying don't mean that this story is true.
That's a fact.
Because this story is absolutely outrageous.
If you had one phone call to make, you going to call Kendra? Let's get out of here, man.
And sit here and wait in her queue. It's not guaranteed that she would even pick up. You might not get through. You don't have nobody's numbers. And see, this is the thing with the new age technology and stuff. You used to have to remember people's number by heart.
Yep. True.
I remember my mama's number, my grandma's number,
my house, my crib, my house phone. I still remember that damn number.
I think I still remember mine as well. But you had to commit that to memory, because if anything happened, you needed to be able to tell them folks who your peoples was, and this is the number to call.
That's true. That's true.
So you telling me you don't know nobody's number? And then with the Wi-Fi, you can still download calling apps where you can call out. If you on Wi-Fi, you can't get onto your Facebook. You can do Wi-Fi calling from there as well. Mama, sister, somebody,
send help.
Send help now. He crazy. And then we got to address the part that you married a man that you only knew for 22 days.
See, slow down. Y'all be buying that. I think a man that want to get married in 22 days is crazy within his own right. That's crazy talk just within itself. Like, that's a red flag. Like, yeah, y'all go in these whirlwinds, and at the end of the rainbow is hell. Like, the whirlwind journey leads you to hell.
Right. And you know what? I really don't believe her story. Now, all of this believe all women that's crazy.
I don't.
We believe people that is telling the truth, that got facts and that are credible. As you're going to see, she's not a credible person. She ain't been on the Kendra G show a couple times acting a fool.
Crying wolf. You know.
She's a comedian. She like to play jokes and stuff. So it's hard to believe this woman and whatnot. And stick around, because I'm going to tell you what I really think is happening later on in the video.
I really want to make sure that you call the cops. Now, I also want to take what you're saying serious, because you have been on the show before, and you're a comedian. So you made a lot of, you've come on the show in a diaper. You've come on the show clowning.
A diaper?
No, I don't.
Look at this. Look. Acting.
What the hell?
I ain't want to be up here.
This is her, y'all.
So, come on. Once you take it, I'm sucking some dick. Don't care if it's owned, it's leased, or if it's rented. And fuck that nigga right and take a trip to the clinic and tell these pussy hoes to mind their damn business. Cause all I want to do is pop that bees and get my pussy beat. Please don't come at me. No, okay.
Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I want to say because of like how wild I am, he got to make a lot of money. Because a person without a lot of money, they gonna look at me like, I'm not doing that. See, the type of sex I have is for rich men. It's not for broke men. Because I'm a picky eater.
Really?
I only eat rich man box. So he got to be rich.
What?
Broke box don't taste right. It tastes like tacos.
I'm dead.
Like,
I have died.
So how much?
Like $200K a year.
How much money does he have to make?
I have died.
Kendra, do you remember me?
I gotta see.
Oh, so round two.
Yet another time.
Halo. Yes.
Round two.
You remember me?
I don't think so. I gotta see your full face first of all. I can't even see your full face.
I'm hijab right now. Okay, so I came on here 3 times. One time I came on here and told you about Dave and Destiny who found love on your show. One time I came on here with a wig and a diaper. And then one time I came on here and I had to put my wig on.
Okay. So what you call?
So this would mean that this is her 5th time on here.
She playing.
So this sob story is the 5th time. She said she came on there prior 3 times prior to this time in April of 2024. So she been on the show 5 times.
And 5 eras of Kendra. Yeah, the 5 eras of Kendra. That wasn't even the same person hosting the show. Yeah, the last time she was on, it was a different host. Like, how about that? And she playing around, man. I can't take this serious. You can't take nothing serious here. You can't. Crying wolf.
Y'all gotta go get checked for
mental health
illness.
You're right. Yeah, I was.
Get that checked.
We are too close together because I'm not one to default to this, but this seems like mental illness. Yeah, exactly. It's not something that I throw around loosely.
But it's one of those things where you can't explain. I say, when I say mental illness, it's like she crazy. You ever run across a person that just crazy and you can't explain it? They probably even a mental illness diagnosis in the book that would explain what she's doing here.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. Crazy.
So, but let's continue.
So what's up? You call me back for what?
I'm married. I found love.
You found love? You came on my show with a diaper and you got a husband?
Yes. Yes, hold on. Oh, he's right here. He's right here. My husband is right here.
So this is the culprit, allegedly.
Look at this. Don't block him.
He blocked.
Is that your wife?
Don't block him.
Is that your wife? Okay. How did y'all meet?
She pulled up in the shop.
What's going on?
He's seen me on
On Instagram.
Okay, bring the phone down. Okay, calm down.
Kendra nosy. I want to see him.
Okay, so he saw me on Instagram and on here, and I happened to be in Vegas, and I pulled up to his shop, and ever since then we've been together.
Happened to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
When did y'all meet in person?
Huh?
When did y'all meet in person?
22 days ago.
What? Wait, you met in person 22 days ago?
She pulled up to the shop, and it was just, I'm like, I follow you, but I didn't think that he was real. So I'm like, who are you really? And it just changed the game. It was like,
wait,
like
you reached out to her, she reached out to you. Wait, hold on.
Instagram shit. I'm like,
Kendra, follow along,
she's in my city. Like, this is in Vegas. Like, what's up? Where you at? I wasn't thinking she really was gonna come.
Okay, but real quick, if y'all met 22 days ago, when did y'all get married?
3 days. 27.
Okay, bring the phone down. I got to understand this.
There's something key that this man just said. He said, I didn't think she was going to show up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So he probably was playing around, you know, hey, come out here, you know.
Oh, shit.
Oh, snap. Mm-hmm. This crazy bitch and shop.
Outside the shop.
Because that's what you got to listen to what he's saying. She was just, you know, she was just outside. Like she just pulled up. Mm-hmm. I just want y'all to take note of that. He's just playing. She just said, I happen to be in Vegas. Girl, you didn't happen to be Vegas. Sure. You went down there.
Sure you were.
It just showed up at that man's barbershop. Just keep that in mind. Wow. So when I give my conclusion, my assumption of what's going on, because it's giving nutty.
Definitely.
Y'all seen the previous videos that she and came on the show? That's giving nutty. She, mind you, if he don't know her, she don't know this man. Mm-hmm. And she has showed up in 22 days and then got married.
Okay.
What woman does that?
Really?
And then not only did you know, okay, maybe you might meet him. Let's say you just, okay, let me just meet him or something. Y'all plan something. You just don't show up on his doorstep, but you plan something. Okay, let's meet in person. That. But you telling me then y'all all of a sudden get married? You don't know each other.
Disaster. Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Right. Doesn't that sound crazy? Yeah. If it's not crazy, tell me what it is.
For real.
This ain't no love at first sight.
You gotta be wanting no fairy tale. You gotta be wanting that fairy tale.
This is not it.
Goddamn nightmare at the end.
So why did y'all get married after 20 days of knowing each other?
Why?
I mean, once you take sex and like she had went back. Like when I met her, she came to my shop. She was on the way like to the airport to go back to like Cleveland, and she gave me a number. I was like shocked. She prayed with me. Like first thing we did was we prayed together, and that kind of set the tone and like the standard of what this was going to be. I had no idea. Like I met her on a Monday, Sunday, like the day before, I had a whole life, like a whole different life. So Monday it was like start of like my life changing. Like and I fucking married her. We really did Vegas.
That brother was singing, "My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then."
Anxious like Genuine. I'm done.
Oh my God. That brother is singing Genuine?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
He said, I met her on a Monday.
Wow. It said Sunday, I had a whole different life. And it just went topsy-turvy when she walked in your shop. It's really not.
Good.
Really
brother,
not.
That's not good.
And a red flag, my man. Ladies, any man you could uproot from Sunday to Monday, like there ain't no stability there from jump. Like you can't just uproot a whole life in one day. Like he ain't solid. He ain't as solid as you might think he is. But
right. That is so true.
I was just talking. I was like, so my mama's birthday is on the 27th, and we was on the phone. She was in Cleveland, and I was like, if you come back out here, like I'm married. I was just talking shit. I ain't know she was
he
really
was playing.
We got married. We did some Vegas shit. We went down there to the courthouse. We did the whole little Elvis Presley thing. It was
it's almost like when you cry wolf. I want to believe you, so I'm gonna believe you because.
So, bro just admitted that he was playing around. He was not being serious, and she showed up.
We know she ain't serious.
But so he's not serious about this relationship and whatnot. So keep that in mind. And so I got a question for the brothers. Would you meet a chick that you barely knew and just marry her within 22 days? Is that a logical thing that a man would do?
Hello.
You had a whirlwind romance in the span of 22 days, and you figured out that she's the one.
Red flags.
Would you go down to the altar with her? I already know what the brothers gonna say.
I hope.
Nah.
Right.
I already know that y'all not finna do that.
We talk to. I know who frequent the channel.
Right. Y'all are sensible, logical brothers. I know y'all not doing that. So then the question, sisters, a man that you met in 22 days, whirlwind romance, are you going to go down to the altar with him? Answer the question. And I think most of the sisters that watch this channel is logical and sensible as well. Now you got hyenas that's lurking that love to watch us as well. I bet they will, desperate hyenas would run a man try to marry them. Yeah. So I just want to ask the question. Y'all can answer it. I already know the answer, but y'all can go ahead and answer it.
I'm just gonna believe you, but this is where you lose trust because you've been on the show so many times and you've made jokes. So now you're saying something very serious. You need to get a restraining order. You need to focus on the cops. I cannot do anything legal. So my advice to you is get a restraining order, focus on the police, and let this, I mean, if you're coming here, nobody can marry anybody only in 22 days.
I agree.
But it was a drunk in Vegas moment type thing, and I should have took it more serious. And that's what I was saying.
You
I
should
know
take
I'm a comedian. That's
more
why I
serious.
mentioned that. And I know I came up here in comedic ways before, but my point was not to come up here to be viral or anything. My point was to come up here just in case, because I don't have a phone. And I know.
So how are you calling me right now? Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi. I'm on.
So we don't want to be witness to whatever train wreck
busting
this is
through the window right now.
We don't want to witness.
Like Voorhees. If he Voorhees through that back window right now on live, like look what you subjecting people to.
We don't want this.
Like when you call it the trauma dump and the anarchy. Like call the police. The only person you should be calling is the police or your brothers or uncles that got your back.
Right.
Other than that, what Kendra gonna do? Tell them leave you alone?
Leave her alone. Don't you do that to her.
Kendra ain't gonna do nothing that you ain't already did. If you called the police and they ain't trying to help you, well, damn.
I mean,
call the people that got the hammers. Call your folks that got them hammers and them things and all that.
Let's just entertain something for a second. Now, she has called the police. What would cause the police not to show up?
Crying whoop.
Because they show up. They don't hesitate to show up. Now, if you called them multiple times, now this that one lady, she's calling again. We have already checked it out. I'm not saying they won't show up, but I think maybe they got something more serious to go handle, because you had called them 10 times prior.
We don't know
and
the extent.
We came out and checked it out, ma'am, and there was nothing going on.
We don't know the extent of her pranks and jokes in comedy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, her local PD might know, man. She
they might know her
around, and she always calling us for stupid things of that nature. I don't know if she's doing it. I'm just saying the local PD ain't trying to get involved.
Yes.
it's got to be for a reason. And the only reason I can think of,
Exactly.
again, if you got a history or they got them out of there, you let them back in. I don't know,
Right.
you know, when we talking about, she said, I think she's from Cleveland. I don't know if that's where they at. She said she's from Cleveland. So she's either in Cleveland
or
still in Vegas or whatever's the case. Like, yeah, once you gain a little reputation, your house get known for nonsense and domestics, and you let them back in. Okay, we're gonna take them out. You let them back in, take them out. You know what I mean? Who knows? Like they start to tend to not take your call serious. Crying wolf. This is a grand case of internet style of the girl who cried wolf. Like,
yeah.
Now she might be under serious duress right now, but her history and all of that we've seen, and her joking around and not taking nothing serious. Now we're not taking her serious. So. Who knows?
Right. And I really, you know what? At this point, I don't know what to hope for, but besides that, she's somewhere safe and whatnot.
Kind of resolution to this.
Right. There's some type of resolution that came out of this, because the implications here is that you could come on the internet and cry wolf and whatnot. And then there's really people that are going through DV.
Really?
And this is... when they tell their stories,
one call, right? You get that one call to get them up out of there or something, you know?
So when they tell their stories, people are going to have a hard time believing them. Yeah. So you do a disservice to the people that may actually be going through things like this. And we cannot support this type of behavior. We just can't.
Right.
So.
So this just happened today. He just took your phone today?
He didn't take my phone. He hijacked it. Like he went to the phone company and told them to put the number on another chip.
So
he had the phone.
So you have a phone right now?
Cloned.
It's the only people I can call is the police. I can't call my family or anything.
When you call the police, what did they say? Are they coming to your house?
The police came here today. Like my kids all the way in the front. They can't hear me. They'll be able to tell you.
How many kids do you have?
2.
How old are your kids?
They're 11 and 6.
Do any of them have phones?
They have phones, but they're not on. They're just Wi-Fi.
So they have. When the police came today, what happened?
They just did a wellness check because he was texting my family.
So do you have a car?
No, he took the car and he went.
Where
fled.
do you live?
I'm in Ohio.
He told the family, so the family's aware, and then the police actually did come out there and do a wellness check. So if he's, I don't see why. I guess I don't see why. Okay, well, dang, they really went through with it. They believe me. Now the police here doing a wellness check. Like, I just don't get that part of it, you know?
Right.
If he was really trying on that type of time.
Right.
I don't get that part. Okay,
he's raising red flags too.
Right.
At the same time.
The police actually did show up to do a wellness check. So if he was lying, they confirmed, no, she good.
Right.
So I don't know. Like you said, he's raising red flags. So if he's really on this type of time, would he? I don't know.
Or a counter thought is literally she could be acting erratic.
Yeah.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility that she's acting erratic and he feels, you know, she could have threatened. I don't know. We don't know what this woman, you know what I mean? She's telling us this, but she's came on with stories and acts before. Like, yeah, when you get on the camera and cry, it changed the story. She might have said something and did something totally opposite. And before the consequences or whatever, like she's trying to get in front of it. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
you gotta
know.
question it because of her actions. Like we gotta question all of this because of her history. It could be that now he has a child in the mix, and she could be acting erratic and saying, "I'm doing woo woo." The situation already raggedy. The kids got phones with no Wi-Fi, so she ain't paying no bills.
Something else you have to take into consideration is she has 2 kids in there and she's pregnant with his child. Right. So like what you're saying, what if she is acting erratically? I don't know what she about to do.
She capable of. I don't know her.
Right.
He gave him signs, you know what I mean? She might, she might have gave him the sign that she might be willing to do something drastic in there.
Right.
You know? I don't know.
Right. So.
Quick moment aside, BSO kinfolk. Let us handle our memberships for this Membership Monday. First up, member from downtown 296. We appreciate you for your membership, brother. We thank you. Next up, the contributors. Our top contributor so far, Irving P, 6859. He's in the lead with a strong $30. Thank you very much, Irving P. Next up, we have from Downtown 296. He's in second with a nice $12 donation. Thank you for your contribution. Next up, we have El Paulino with a $4.99 super sticker. We thank all of y'all for your generous contributions on the channel. And everybody else, don't forget, you can opt into the membership program so you can be shouted out on Membership Mondays. Now, back to the video.
Ohio,
So
Cleveland,
you can't
Ohio.
take an Uber to a friend's house?
I'm about to get up and go now. I told my sister earlier.
Okay, how long this been happening all day?
Earlier. No, this morning.
Okay, so why from this morning you haven't relocated to somebody else's house?
Because I just have a sister. I just have my sister, my brother.
Okay, well, your sister is somebody. If you feel this, if you are feeling this afraid and this safe, then why don't you take an Uber to somebody else's house? I'm gonna
go to my sister's house. I'll let you know that I'm there seriously. Like, this is not a playful matter. I don't want you to feel like I'm using your platform for that. Like, this is drastic and serious. I don't want you to feel like that. I just wanted you to know, just in case, because
crazy.
I want people to be able to know.
Here we go with that again. Anyways, let me talk about the Uber. What Kendra don't understand is that, yeah, she can call the Uber on the Wi-Fi in the house, but once she walks out the house, she's no longer connected to the Wi-Fi.
Yep.
So she better make sure she know what car, what license plates number, and then she's gonna have to ride in the Uber without any type of connection.
She called the Uber to come outside, and when she get outside, he in the front seat on some psychotic shit, on some
Kendra
taxi driver type ish.
Right. You don't know how Wi-Fi and stuff work.
I'm saying, like,
once she walks out that house, she's gonna be disconnected.
Yeah, she's off.
She's offline.
Yep. And she should have just, but it doesn't make sense now. I gotta give Kendra this. Why are you still in the house? Like, you could have went to the Motel 6,
exactly,
and had your sister and then pick you up from there. Like, you could go anywhere public where, to the precinct, go to the precinct, and have your sister come pick you up from the precinct. Bingo.
I agree. Because she said she couldn't reach out to nobody, but she just said that she talked to her sister. So, sis, can you send me some funds? I
can't get out right now.
Can we meet somewhere?
Get to you right now. There you go. She's gonna say, get out. Like, all right, well, y'all leave. I'm gonna come to the whoop-de-whoop Sunset, and I'll grab you from there, and then we go to the joint. Like, you're gonna sit there and wait. She said the morning. Kendra don't go live to the evening. The evening, her time is even later than our time. It's 10, 12, 11 o'clock at night. She talking about the morning. Like, you should have been. So she just
sitting there. I don't get that. If he got access to the house, why would you just sit there and wait for him to come back? Like, I'm gone. I'm like you said, I'm calling a family member, and I'm going to a public area. He gonna have to come find me.
Right. Go to the precinct. I'm at the PD. You can tell your story, and then look, I'm leaving with my sister and all that. Like, he can't do. I don't think he could do nothing to you up in there.
No,
I mean, you sitting in the house and you talking about he climbing through the windows and got phones and you ain't got no money. Like, come on, that don't sound like you in no danger.
And I want to know, is he like a CIA agent or something? He can clone phones and come through windows and stuff.
Right. Like, who is this brother?
He's a barbershop. He's a barber.
Right. Well, that's what he said. See, you ain't do your research. He is some disgraced operative, some damn where. Yeah, probably. Wouldn't that be something? You didn't even know what you was messing with. And why is he in Cleveland? Why is he in Cleveland? Like,
well, we don't know where she's at.
In Ohio.
Oh, she
said he climbing through the window. So why is he in Ohio? Why is he in Vegas, from Vegas to Ohio? See what I'm saying? Y'all gotta see them things. Any man who can uproot in one day is unstable. Who could just leave? All right, tomorrow I'm out. Yeah, I'm going. My whole life prior to that. Yeah, I'm out of here. Like, come on, man. That don't make no sense, man.
Oh my God.
No, he unstable.
Right.
You coming to Cleveland? Nah, like y'all would go somewhere else, or you would move from Cleveland to Vegas if he was established. He got a shop and all. He just abandoned his whole position. And then again, that could be part of it. Maybe he did do all that, and she started wigging and being unstable. And now it's like, oh, nah, I done uprooted. Nah, we got to cause some waves. Y'all be wondering why these dudes. It's always half truth. Like I don't torment. I don't believe in no kind of domestics. I don't believe in none of that. But I can see why these dudes be wanting to sabotage these chicks' program and all that, because you done uprooted them, used them. He done paid X amount. Well, I don't know if this is the scenario, but I'm saying, just thinking about it, I've just in a personal situation, I ran into something like that. Like I kind of understand why these dudes are so eager to have this drawn out, like they start acting like females and they want to sabotage your program. It's because you used them and you did things and got them in the different positions. And if he had a shop, gave it up, left whatever position he had to come mess with you in your town, went back to your town, and then you tweak out, yeah, it's gonna be some. If that's not just gonna go well, he's gonna say, okay, well, thanks for having me. I appreciate you. Shake your hand and walk out the door. Like, yeah, he's gonna have some animus and some kind of anger to him and all that. Now, how he handle it, who knows? She don't know because she don't know this brother at all. But I see the sentiment where they go into sabotage mode, where they want to destroy what you got going on and take you down a peg because y'all be uprooting and it's one way this way and it might change the next. You know, it be like that. Women as a whole, for the most part, not all, there's some very solid sisters out here. And those are the good sisters. But on the most part, women are very flaky like that. Like you had this brother move to 2,000 miles away, and then you might have did something or started to act a certain kind of way. So now it's like, I'm snapping. Like we got a kid and he don't know what to do. I don't know. You know, she playing around, and if he messing with her, he playing around too. He got something going on too. I ain't even trying to put all the blame on her, but we just hearing her side. Yeah. So I just gotta address what I know. But this brother could be on some foolishness as well. But we'll see. Let us continue.
Oh, because I'm scared. That's it. So
what did the police say to you?
They did a wellness check. So they basically went through my house and checked to see if I was okay, because he was texting everyone and saying that I was suicidal and they need to come and get my children. So he did that to text, like, to make it look like I'm going downtown. He told the crazy part, he texted my baby father's sister and told her, come get your niece and nephew.
So
because
why haven't you gone to get a restraining order?
It's Saturday.
I don't know how this. So you can't get restraining orders on Saturday.
You can put it in, but it won't be granted
on the
to
Monday
the judge.
Friday. It had to be through the probation, like the court, through the.
You can commission it on Saturday. You're just not
still
gonna get
legally
it.
married?
Yes.
You're still legally married. Okay. Well, this is a lot. I do remember you. You've been on the show, like I said, a couple of times. I remember the last time you did come on with this man. When was that you came on the show with him? It was last year?
That was in April, yes.
April of last year. And you guys got married. I think I do recall now. So you're obviously trying to get a divorce after all this.
Yes.
Has this been going on for months?
It's been going on since like Christmas. I got arrested. I went to jail because I didn't know he was a thief.
Wait, when did you get arrested?
I got arrested on it was before Christmas. I got arrested December 4th.
For what?
Compliance, because I went to a store and I didn't know he was there stealing.
So why did they arrest you if he was the one stealing?
Because I went into the store and they couldn't find him. So they when he got arrested, his address said, his ID said my address. So they came to my house and they arrested me too for compliance and said that he was in the store stealing. And I'm like, how do I supposed to know that he's in the store stealing?
So when's the last time you saw him?
I haven't seen him since Christmas Day. He broke into
you got arrested December 4th. When did you get out of jail?
I got out of jail December 10th.
So you were in jail for 6 days?
Yes.
You got out of jail December 10th, and then what happens? You guys spent Christmas together?
No.
You just told me last time you saw him was Christmas.
Because remember I said he came through my window? I said he was breaking in my house and stuff. He came through my window.
I told him when I got out of jail, I told him, I don't want to deal with you. You need to go. He went to his mom. His mom stayed in Nashville. He went to his mother's house in Nashville. He just flew his baby mama from Las Vegas to Nashville with him to spend time with his new son that he had. And or whatever.
Baby while you were married?
What in
he had a baby. Yeah, while we was married, she was pregnant. She was pregnant when we got married. Yes.
So you
because you didn't know anything about him.
This is raggedy, man.
And I don't look. He might have. Yeah, when you showed up in Vegas, said chick might have already been pregnant. Yeah, he had a baby while we were married. That don't mean he impregnated her while you was married.
Y'all was only dealing for 22 days around this motherfucker. Man,
so you have to listen to the words that they say and read between the lines. If it's even true.
Let's not forget, man. Man.
Yeah, I still don't believe this story, but
and it's getting more outrageous. It's getting harder to believe.
For his thievery.
Mr. Lightfinger over here, and they came to the crib like, what, you was on the camera? Or he had your address, but that don't mean that you was with him. Nah, it's a lot.
Because they probably
maybe
saw
you know, maybe
camera.
she known. Again, let's go back to one of our previous theories. The police know you around them parts. You ain't no stranger to the PD. They know exactly when your address, who you is, what you do. Like, you probably is one of them types. Like, you know what I mean?
I agree with that. What I was gonna say is that maybe they saw you enter the store with him, so they thought you was an accomplice.
I was together. Right, you in the surveillance or whatever with him.
Right.
Raggedy.
That's a lot.
Raggedy.
That's a lot.
Married a man. How long you knew him for? 22 days. You got married, and he had a baby on the way.
Yes. He had a baby.
Look at Kendra.
He had a baby. Was the 6 months? June 1st.
Why'd you marry a man that you knew for 22 days, girl?
And
so he had the baby in June. So she was already pregnant with the baby when they met.
Because they was married in April when she was on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, she was already pregnant. Oh, you trying to make it sound like he had a baby on you.
In the time
he already had this woman pregnant. Again, this is why you have to listen closely. Because these chicks will tell lies. And it wasn't
leave out omissions. That was an omission. Like, you didn't tell that part. You shaping the way it sounds and all that.
Right.
Yeah, he had a baby while he was married. Yeah,
because
but he was impregnated this chick before you pulled up on his shop.
Before he even knew you existed. Right.
He was pulling up pretty much before y'all had any of that. Like,
yeah,
she said he followed her or whatever. So yeah, he was fine. Man, look.
Yeah. So
listen,
I still don't believe
raggedy, man. I don't. But that's if hypothetically, of course, this is raggedy.
This is very raggedy. So we're gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna come back and let you know what I think is what's really going on.
It was like I said, it was more so I didn't believe it. It was like a night in Vegas. I was drinking. I was having fun. He was like, "I'll marry you right now." And I'm like, "For real?" And because I never been to Vegas, I didn't know chapels stay open 24 hours. So I'm like, "This shit ain't real." Come to find out, it's real. And yeah.
Here's the deal. All serious accounts, and I mean this for everybody. I'm not a cop. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a judge. I'm not a court. When you have serious things like this, you have to focus on the popo, the police. So if you are telling me the God honest truth, your safety, I know you want to tell the world, but we should not be your concern. The children you have and the baby in your belly should be your concern, and you should be at a different location. Should be at a different location if you fear for your life in this location until you can get to the court on Monday morning and talk to the people that can really make this official and do stuff as restraining orders. This is where it gets tricky. I'm going to just take your word because I would rather believe you than to believe you are just doing this for clout. And the only reason why you get that is because you've been on the show several times for clout. So like I said, it's the boy that cries wolf because it's what you did before. Now this could be serious. So I'm just going to take it serious. So here's my advice. You need to relocate to a safe place until Monday comes. Then you need to go down to the police station, tell them all that you told me, get a restraining order in place. You need to figure out a way to get your phone together. But if this is everything you're telling me is very serious and is forget us, worry about your children.
Yes.
All right. So go get an Uber, honey, and go somewhere that's safe since you feel like this is not a safe space for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Child, I just be wanting to find people up. Here's the deal. And I say this with all sincerity. If you got serious stuff happen in your life, I can't do nothing for you. I cannot do nothing for you. So always call the police first. 911. Okay? If you are in a location and you don't feel safe, relocate. There's Ubers, there's safe houses. If this is all true, we are in an information age where we are putting everything on the internet and we are not doing the things in real life to make us safe. Now, she is pregnant. She showed us her belly and she got 2 other children. So if you are not safe, honey, you need to relocate to somewhere safe until Monday where you get a restraining order in place.
I'm ready to lock in my answer.
Please do.
I think she crazy. She might have some type of mental illness, or like I explained earlier, she just crazy. And, the evidence shows that, we have to go by people's patterns and their past behaviors. Like, sometimes we do have to do this if we don't know a person and things like that until they show us otherwise. What she has shown us is that she loves to call into the Kendra G show and act a fool. She has called in 4 times prior to this time, acting a fool. She's showed us over and over again that she's playing and whatnot. So I'm saying that she's crazy and that she was in there probably acting erratically. This dude was just playing around with her and she shows up on his doorstep and they get drunk and then they went to the chapel and got Elvis to marry them. Like, it was whirlwind. She probably threw it on him. He was saying something about, when sex is not on the plate. Yeah, she threw something at you.
Yeah. She prayed with him and then gave him some unholy cat.
Right. So all of this happened so quick that they couldn't even, you don't even know who each other are. Like, you don't.
Yeah.
And so what he probably found out is that she was crazy. She started acting erratically, but this is when I say she started acting erratically, she's probably already erratic. He found out, oh snap, this bitch, she crazy. She look crazy, And so that's why he was calling, mama, your daughter. Somebody come get her.
Somebody come get her.
She over here licking walls and stuff. Like she looked like a spider monkey. She doing she doing crazy stuff. And so and then he probably called. Okay, I don't know your baby daddy like that, but it say this. You said that's the sister. I'm gonna call her. Come get these kids because I don't know what this thing finna do.
Word for you, frame me, right?
Right. You go, and that's probably something that she threw out. If you do whoop whoop whoop, I tell everybody.
I'll say yep. And
or sometimes you don't even. Yeah, sometimes you don't even have to do something for a woman to say, "I'm gonna tell everybody." Right.
Threatening you.
I'll go on the Kendra G show and tell them that you hit me.
You're gonna paint a black eye or hit us up with an orange or something.
She ran into the wall and now she blacked. And so I think that's why he was making all these calls, like calling her mama, because if he was gonna do something, I don't see him calling the baby daddy's sister, come get these kids.
Right. That's true. True.
So he got a heart of gold. So he like to put hands on women, but he got a heart of gold when it comes to the kids.
Right. Draw the line. Draw the line.
He just love the kids. You know what? That's where I draw the line.
Trying to look out, like, yo, I don't know what she gonna do.
That's what it seemed like. He was trying to look out. He was even trying to look out for her. Like, I don't want you to hurt yourself. I don't want you to do anything like that. Let's get you some help.
Right. He probably got to look at the crazy, like real up close.
Right. Let's get the kids out of here. If they're not going to help you, let me get the kids as far away as possible from you. Right. Now, I don't know why he went over there and impregnated her. And probably that time frame that she was saying probably is correct, because remember that there's always truths into what they're saying. So that time frame after she was 20 weeks, that's probably when she really did snap.
Probably.
And she started showing that she was crazy. It was all love and whoop, whoop, whoop. And then into 20 weeks, that's when the war
kicked in, like since then.
That's when it kicked in. And he found out. Now, if you have an alternate take on what happened, you can let us know. But that is just what I think happens. I really hope that this woman is in a safe environment, her kids is safe, and that there was a good resolution and nothing bad happened to her. We don't wish bad on nobody, but we also don't want people to come up here telling lies when there are actual people that go through these types of things. And if you're going through that type of thing, you need to go get help. You need to call the police and get the help that you need. You need to get away as far away from that situation as possible.
Right. So. Correct. Me, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to piggyback off that, but I'm going to go a different way. Let's say that in this scenario right here, everything she's saying is true. She says something that was key. She said, I'm in Vegas. I've never been there before. I thought it was fake. I thought this and this and that. I want to speak to that. Like, we were having a personal conversation, just some friends, just chopping it up like we usually do, off the air or whatever. And we were having a conversation about this very topic. Like, this was we're recording. This was around the TikTok ban, unban, the ban and bring back of the ban. I just feel that us in this time, we don't take things serious. We have a very lackadaisical, approach at life. Like, we don't believe things are as serious as they can be. We have all these alternate theories and hypotheticals and jokes, and everything is funny, and there's no brevity to any of this. I'm very much for comedy. I feel I have a decent sense of humor. We'll come up here and clown and we'll be joking. That's fine. I love, that's beautiful. That keeps us young and keeps you alive. You need to laugh at some of the things that life throw you, but you just can't be so, anti-serious. Like, you're just very flippant about everything that goes on, and you don't take things seriously. So when you do this, if she went down this path with this man that she don't know, and he is somewhat of a, he's crazy. He's doing all of these things that she's saying he's doing. It's because you didn't take what was going on seriously. Life is not a TikTok. Life is not a short in a post and all that. Like, there's things in life that, you got to really like separate the comedy, the act, the puns and the jokes from the reality and the future, really what should be going on and what you should be doing in your life, if that makes any sense. Maybe I'll come back and elaborate more on that in another video. But either way, this is just raggedy. And Kendra's right. It's nothing that Kendra can do for you. You should be at the authorities and with the folks that can really help you. But we're going to cut that right there. You guys heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So get down there in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, disagree, if we were on base, off base. You know, we are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought, always promoted, celebrated, #1 here. Leave a like on your way out. Sub up if you so choose to. Don't forget to tap that notification bell so you can be notified when we drop some more of these bangers. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for coming out, all the traction we gained on the videos and on the channel. And we're just going to keep hitting y'all. Y'all just, stay tuned. Y'all be safe out there. We catch you on the next one.